3 years ago, Jason Arday was being celebrated. He was one of Cambridge University's most remarkable success stories. At 37 years old, he became the youngest black professor in Cambridge's history. And the story of how he got there is both controversial and incredible. Arday himself said he had been diagnosed with autism as a young child, that he couldn't speak till he was 11, and that he couldn't read or write until he was 18. Cambridge itself repeated that story when it announced his appointment in 2023. But over the last few weeks, major parts of Jason's story have come under scrutiny. The first allegations involved his PhD. Newspapers reported that more than 100 passages in his thesis were identical or very similar to an earlier thesis. But this part is important. Arday denied the plagiarizing, and Liverpool John Moores University, which awarded his PhD, had previously investigated allegations against him and did not uphold a finding of plagiarism, saying the problems were likely the result of honest and reasonable error. Then the questions became much broader. Claims about academic positions and qualifications started to become questioned. So were the stories about his athletic accomplishments and charity fundraising, including claims that he had ran 30 marathons in 35 days and helped raise millions of pounds for charity. Even parts of his childhood story that had made him famous were questioned. And I want to be careful here because that one is not settled. Some former classmates have reportedly challenged his claim that he was nonverbal as a child. Others who knew him have supported this account, so it's hard to tell. So I don't think it's fair to sit here and try to tell you which version is true because honestly, I have no way of knowing. But what we do know is that the questions became serious enough that Cambridge announced a new investigation after receiving what it called new information about his academic qualifications and honorary appointments. Then, on August 5th, Jason resigned. He said the relentless accusations and public scrutiny had taken a profound toll on him and his family. But he also wanted to make it clear that his resignation should not be interpreted as accepting the accusations against him. And then, on August 14th, Jason passed away. He was only 41. There's still so much to this story that we just don't know. And considering how recently Jason passed, I don't think it's fair to pretend like we do know. But it's both an extraordinary and very, very complicated story. One that still doesn't have a clear ending.